Watch who benefits. That tells you everything.
Unanimous consent request. I would like to submit into the record this New York Times article titled Alex Pretty's Friends and Family Denounce Sickening Lies About His Life. I also would like to submit this Daily Mail exclusive interview with Vice President J.D. Vance titled J.D. Vance Refuses to Apologize to Alex Pretty's Family After Spreading ICE Assassin Claim. One more. My last submission request is a New York Times article titled FBI Agent Who Tried to Investigate ICE Officer and Shooter Resigns.
Without objection.
Thank you.
The chair now recognizes the gentlelady from North Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Attorney General Bondi, I think you and pretty much everybody else here and throughout the country believes that convicted sex offenders don't deserve special treatment or privileges in prison. And yet Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator, received perk after perk in prison. In July, she had a 2-day interview with your deputy and President Trump's former defense attorney, Todd Blanche. Just days after that, Maxwell was transferred from a federal correctional institution in Florida to a minimum security camp in Texas, which she, as a sex offender, would normally be ineligible for. At this new facility, as the ranking member talked about, and by the way, it's nicknamed Club Fed. We've heard reports that she's been afforded special privileges, puppy time, private workouts, personal mail, secretarial services. Attorney General Bondi, does a convicted sex offender like Ghislaine Maxwell deserve special treatment and privileges in prison? Yes or no?
Let me be crystal clear on this. No.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
let me keep going. No, let me keep going.
Perfect. Well, I
did not know she was being transferred.
I asked you yes or no.
She was not transferred to a lower
Mr. Chairman,
level.
please stop the clock and remind the witness of the rules. One rule she needs to understand
and I'm glad
here.
that we're agreeing. So when we're agreeing, we can move on to some other things.
When
but
we're
I
not
want you to
agreeing,
know that every time she does get these perks, and it's been publicly reported, that the folks she's abused, the survivors who are sitting here, they see themselves as being denied justice. They feel re-traumatized. And I'm glad that we agree on that. But she should not be in that prison. And she needs to be moved back to a maximum security prison.
Okay, guys, hold on. Understand a couple of things here, all right? Whatever meeting that she did have, she obviously said something that was worth, let's say, a lot to the government. Maybe she knew specific names of people. Maybe she's just been sitting on this for such a long time that she was like, hold on, I can drop this specific name and then get, pushed over to like a minimum security type of place here, guys. Understand that's kind of the vibe of what most likely happened here. Obviously, this is all hypothetical here. This is my personal opinion. But generally, that's kind of how it seems to go here, right? An absolute wildly, criminalistic type of criminal, let's just say this here. They have some information, they have a name, and then they drop that name, right? I mean, maybe it's too close to someone, and then out of nowhere, they're pushed to Club Fed.
As soon as possible. But what she has told another committee here is that she won't cooperate with them unless she gets clemency from Donald Trump. It's just crazy to consider that she can be wielding this kind of influence within the administration.
She has names.
But that begs the question.
Places.
Who ordered her to be transferred to the minimum security prison that she was ineligible for? Who signed off on the special privileges? Was it Mr. Blanche? Was it one of your other subordinates? So please, can you tell us who sent her there, since you don't agree she should be there?
I said I do not agree she should receive special treatment. She was transferred, I learned after the fact, to the same level facility, and that is a question for the Bureau of Prisons. I was not involved in that at all. The same level facility, I don't know why, but instead of talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, who hopefully will die in prison, you should be talking about Irina Zarutska.
I have a couple
who
of
died
other
on a subway.
Right, and I absolutely...
You don't talk about that.
I have been talking about it and actually helping with these issues.
I never heard you talk about it. Guys, send me those clips. I want to see them. I want to make sure that she is coming at it at the same exact strength. Understand this here. Both instances are absolutely abysmal, and they definitely need to be spoken about pretty loudly for many people to understand. Neither of these things are acceptable here, guys.
But we're going to move back to you.
I bet
Oh, yeah, of
we
course
are.
we're going to move
Yes,
back.
of course, because you're here to testify. That's what the whole point of this endeavor is. So, of course, we're moving back to you. It is all about you. So,
Oh, she hates her.
as we've heard, she took the fifth in response to every single question in that committee hearing. And her lawyer dangled the offer of clemency. Should Donald Trump pardon or commute her sentence? Should she be released from prison, yes or no? You said you hope she dies there, so I'm hoping the answer is no.
I already answered that question.
Good. I'm very glad. I really like this bipartisan agreement about
Well, when
what
it
should
agrees
happen
with
with
you.
her.
But you
Yes.
don't want to talk about Irina Zarutska. You don't want to talk about
I talk about her
murdered
all
by
the
a
time,
violent crime
but
offender
I am not
in
here
your
to
jurisdiction.
testify before Congress. You are. That is your
Her
job today.
You are
That's what you're getting paid for.
obsessed with attack.
Time belongs-
So
Time belongs to
I
the lady.
want you to know that your own DOJ employee, he's recently been demoted and had some other problems, advises on pardons. Do you think he will be advising Mr. Trump on any kind of clemency or pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell?
I'm not going to speculate, and you couldn't even identify properly. That's why you don't want to talk about Irina Zarutska. You couldn't properly identify her relative.
I absolutely
It's embarrassing.
have been, and her family, by the way, appreciates all of the condolences, all of the help, everything that our law enforcement in North Carolina has been doing to help her family. Her family feels well treated. Thank you, and I yield back.
Gentlelady, you'll
Okay. Listen, I'm not sure we got much out of this here because, again, we are in a super partisan time where people have just decided to pick their corners exclusively and kind of die on that hill, if that makes any sense here. So I think when it comes down to kind of what we just encountered here, yeah, it was wrong for transferring her, obviously. Whoever transferred her needs to be looked at. And then also the situation that happened in the subway, that's another situation, but I'm not sure that was a way to answer the question, right? Because the question is a serious one here. Let's just be completely honest here. Let's move away from the partisan things. Yes, the situation in the subway was crazy, all right? But right now we're talking about who transferred her because we need to definitely find out who exactly did that and then look into them pretty profusely. And I think that's kind of the reality of what we need to be looking at kind of going forward here, not specifically kind of living in the realm of like 100% partisan type conversations, because that's not really conducive to the country. And just like how this is here, or just like how the State of the Union was the other day here, understand this is the temperature, the climate that we are currently in the political landscape here in the United States of America. This is what we're experiencing. Okay. Just complete, like everyone is in their corners and completely immovable. This is not how we build and kind of maintain a country that's going to last for the next 100 years, because it definitely seems like we're moving towards either a direct split. It's just time to kind of split from everyone because, you know, we can't function around each other any longer, guys, right? Unless you're independent. Right? Be that, guys, right? Sit in the middle and be able to look at both sides of the craziness, guys. I would highly, all right, suggest that's the situation that that's the path you move down. But listen, you're your own person, live your own life here, guys. I'm not trying to ever convert you or change you into whatever you're doing here. I'm just giving you my specific opinion on what I am seeing here, guys. And it definitely looks like this was just a partisan debate. We got no answers to any of the absolutely hard-hitting questions that, we have here, guys, but hopefully the next one, guys, that's kind of where I'm at here. Hopefully the next one. And hopefully the next one basically dictates exactly why she was transferred. Okay. Who transferred her and what names did she drop? All right. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.